Greetings, everybody. It's me, Knight, and today I'm going to do a pick a power rating, 4 cards. It's going to be called Are You Ending a Karmic Cycle? Any kind of karmic cycle. It can be love, it can be generational things from family, like maybe they struggle with addictions and you have it, or if it has nothing to do with your family, maybe it's just you trying to end certain phases with people. Maybe you notice you draw toxic friends. Maybe you notice you spend too much money. Maybe, again with this, it's like any type of karmic cycle that you feel you're going through right now. Hopefully it'll come through these cards. It's gonna be a 4 power pick. And so that's pretty much what I'm trying to say. And sadly to say, this is the only thing that could scare some people here. Even though I'm trying to figure out and tune in to see if you guys are breaking any karmic cycles, possibility, if you're not doing the work, you might end up repeating a cycle. So also in this reading, they might tell me that you're about to repeat a cycle if you don't notice the signs to break away and start changing now, whether in yourself or either if you've been doing the work to break away from negative people who are not trying to make the effort to change. This makes sense. Because overall, you guys are supposed to be bringing better in your life, what I'm hearing. But let's see what the divine has to say. And side message, I did make a video about this prior to this video called Notice the Signs of like the Karmic Cycles and how to break them and whatnot. And notice if you're about to repeat a cycle. And that's just a message, just me talking about things you guys may be going through. And that was prior to this video. But long story short, this is what this video is about. Again, a pick a power reading about what you can expect if you, as far as like if you're breaking karmic cycles, if you're, or you might be currently trying to do that right now, break it off right now, or sadly to say, you're about to go into another phase of repeating cycles again. So, long story short, here is the cards. So let's see. First card is the Sun card. Second card is the Knight of Swords. Third card is the Magician. Fourth card is the Boundaries card, setting boundaries. So pause the video if you need to, right? Let me see if I can get this on camera. All right. So as you can see, the Sun, Knight of Swords, Magician, setting boundaries. All right, pause the video if you need to. All right, let's start off with power 1, the Sun card. So whoever picked the Sun card, here we go. What does the divine have to tell you right now about what's going on with you karmically? Are you breaking anything right now? Or do you need to start breaking something? What's going on? Oh, wow. Okay. What I'm being shown right now, in your life and possibly currently, you might have dealt with like a good portion of heartbreaks, whether with lovers or family, with the 5 of Cups, regret. Maybe you're going through this right now. Maybe you're dreaming of having a union, like how these 2 crows are, like to have a genuine love connection, whether with somebody or just stronger connection with family and friends. But it seems like you would run into situations where people would either sabotage the relationship or wouldn't see that your heart is of gold. Like they wouldn't see how much you radiate light. I'm hearing some people might have taken you for granted, maybe argumentative. And the reason I'm bringing a marriage or just connection with family, I see the 4 of Wands here, and then the Knight of Cups. It's like it's just showing me somebody who give a lot of love, which is you. You give a lot of love, right? Again, you might have drawn people who are real narcissistic or just very judgmental. I'm hearing some of this might have stemmed from some of the masculines or anything in the masculine energy in your family. Maybe some of the people in your family didn't have the best of relationships, right? But the good thing though, I do see a cycle closing out with you with the World card. So I do feel like you're going to come into some type of harmony. And I will say, they keep telling me to look at this judgment. Again, I do feel like some people might have judged you wrong, or how can I say, maybe even overstepped your boundaries. Not gave you the respect you deserve. So definitely a karmic lesson you had to go through. I'm hearing you went through a lot of phases in life, whether with lovers or just people not really understanding you, making you feel out in the cold. And then sometimes you would try to connect with people, but you didn't really resonate with them. But also I do see a little bit of jealousy here too as well with people, because you glow a lot. You're very radiant. But again, I am being shown that you had to learn not to give so much, as far as like you're an overgiver at times, not really in a people pleasing way. You just overgave in situations, especially in love or even maybe family, more than you should have, and you never got it reciprocated. And it's not that you're trying to look for reciprocation, but maybe you didn't get the gratitude you deserved. All right, a lot of heartbreak here. So as you've gotten older, no matter what age you are, you stepped into this energy of the Queen of Swords, right? Very like more stern, more knowing what you want, more clear-headed. I feel like in your past, maybe now you're very emotional, meaning like you just not weak, but you let your emotions get the best of you because you don't want to look like the bad person in the situation. Again, you overgave, you did too much. I just keep hearing do too much. Some of this might have affected your finances, your abundance. Again, maybe you gave money or just a lot of your time, make you feel drained health-wise. Because I do see the Queen of Pentacles here. But I am seeing though, with this Queen of Pentacles, the more, if you make effort to step into more of a Queen of Swords energy, to be a little bit more, not cold in a bad way, but more just aware, right? And stop and put like, use more your logic other than your emotions and balance it out. You're going to be coming to this Queen of Pentacles, because I see you going forward, going in the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords energy, which is going to bring your fortune and more balance and structure, allowing you to move and transition with the Six of Swords. And the more you stand in your power and also speak your truth, because some of you guys might have been afraid to speak in your connections. Maybe you had a man or a woman that made you feel like you couldn't talk or couldn't be yourself at certain times. I'm hearing the divine is trying to move this burden out of your life, but also because you notice the signs, an ending has happened. But I'm hearing at times it was hard to leave, because this is in reverse. It might have been hard to leave. Maybe you dealt with people who are very much in this earth energy, kind of like stubborn, like this King of Pentacles, stubborn, because even though Pentacles can be nurtured, sometimes they're stubborn. They might feel like they have it all, or they just disregard. They can be a disregard for certain things in life. Maybe your emotions as well. Again, I am seeing sometimes you've drawn people who are combative or competitive with you. Yeah. And so that's for love. But I am seeing too, though, something about your money. Maybe you've dealt with a lot of cycles or times of lack of money. There's like lack of love, lack of money, because whatever you feel inside affects reality. Because I am seeing the Five of Pentacles here. But I see it's you're coming out of this if you are feeling lack of money or lack of just feeling abundant inside, because this was in the reverse when I first pulled it. I only showed it upright so you know what it is, but it came out in reverse. But definitely the good thing for you guys, your energy is clearing. So if you've been doing the work, which I feel a lot of you guys were, they tell me to applaud you guys. You're going to be coming back on top with the Six of Wands. Definitely more passion is going to be put into you. You're definitely going to be drawing better suitors if you are single. And if you already been married and you're like 50 or 60 and you're not looking for love, I'm just seeing that you're just going to have more passion and drive for life with the King of Wands going forward. Again, I keep seeing that you might have had times of feeling defeated. So the repeating cycle, I'm hearing that you leaving is like a lot of negative karmic cycles with like love, but definitely just people manipulating you. Even if it's not just love, like maybe he has certain friends, certain family. So put it where it needs to be. So if you have a good family, but you've been dealing with this with friends, put it with the friend situation, right? If you had great friends, but your family been not the best with you in that area as far as make you feel connected, and your family. If you have good connection with your family and friends, but you notice this like with lovers, then put it on that. You know, you gotta be optimistic, be open, like where do I see this energy at? And if you don't resonate with this one at all, then go to another pile, right, or something. But that's pretty much what I'm here with you guys again. Yeah. Again, it's like you dealt with a lot of betrayal, people make you feel like you're not wanted. Yep. And then you end up having to preserve your own energy. Sometimes you might have had to hermit yourself off. And again, I keep feeling like you almost overgive. Something about your money. Some of you guys have had times where you invested money in the wrong things, maybe business, maybe you spent too much. It's like something with your money where you were title money. You might be feeling title money right now, right? But again, they keep telling me no matter what, things are ending. So definitely a cycle is ending. You're ending a cycle, right? It's not gonna be an immediate ending or change. So like your thoughts might change right now, but as far as like how you seeing it, in reality, as far as like you getting better lovers or better friends or seeing a better connection with your family immediately or even money, it won't be like within these next 2 days and like that. It's gonna take, I'm hearing like you're gonna start seeing subtle little changes between now and the next 6 to 8 months. And then from there, you'll start seeing it speed up. It's just slow, right? But again, the good thing is though, it's moving. I am seeing you've healed a lot. You've done a lot of work, whether you pray to God, meditate, whatever you've been doing, keep it up, guys. Um, Definitely, because the biggest thing I was trying to get out of this message is pretty much to give you also warnings if you're about to repeat a cycle, which you guys are not, right? Your work has been seen with the Eight of Pentacles as far as like what you put on, what you've done in this life on Earth, as far as towards people. So even if you feel like you haven't been rewarded, as far as like getting the love deserved from somebody, whether it be from a lover or a family member or being acknowledged at work, I'm hearing again that's going to be shifting. Okay, so they just keep telling me don't focus so much on what has happened in the past or even now. Keep looking forward, because they tell me to look at this butterfly for transformation, and see how he's looking dead ahead. He's like looking forward, keep going, right? Definitely, because this is the Nine of Pentacles, so you definitely meant to have happy times. Because eventually, after everything you do, especially if you stand in that Queen of Swords energy I stated earlier, and that Queen of Pentacles energy, you're going to eventually be in this Empress energy. No matter if you're masculine or feminine, where you're abundant, you have everything for the most part of what you wanted in life. Because I keep getting at times where you have cycles where you get stagnant, you get stuck, like this Hangman. You keep getting repeated cycles of being stuck in certain relationships and certain dynamics with people. Again, with lovers, relationships, money, people with money, as far as your career. So it seems like you have karmic cycles for relationships, just in general. I'm not even going to just put this on low. It seems like you have karmic situations with relationships, just in general. And again, it doesn't mean you don't have probably one friend out there that you can talk to, but when I look at it overall, it seems like you're dealing with karmic patterns and relationships and possibly friendships, maybe even family. So to me, that's still all relationships. And this is a lot of this, whether you feel like you deserve it or not, is definitely, I don't like to put this in there unless I see it. It's definitely like past life. Also, some of this is inherited though. Some you might also notice that some of your family members are not the best with their friends, or even if your family is genuine with their friends might not be that genuine with them. So you might have seen your family only might have, like, for example, your dad might only have one friend instead of like 3 or 4 friends. Your mom might be more reserved, or she doesn't want to have friends. They might have times where they have trust issues because they can't feel like they can be understood by other people, or they always being deceived by friends. And you might notice that you're carrying that trait as well. Does this make sense? But then now, because you're aware, you and more discerning, you're going to bring better friends in your life, or better people, especially like to socialize, right? So again, it's like, I just feel like you're ending a cycle that was generational well. So it's like a mix of like past lives and a little bit of generational. And it's definitely, they're telling me relationships, friendships, connections, just in general. So I don't want to just, because they told me to pull back and don't just put it on love. It's just relationships as a whole. It's healing. Yeah. Oh my God, I said healing. Look, the healer card come out. It's healing. And it's going to allow you to network with better people. And even if you're an introvert, it's just going to allow you to be yourself. So even if you're a person that doesn't want to hang with anybody, just you walk around in your city, people are going to feel this energy. They're going to want to at least say morning to you. They're going to want to speak to you. And with this goddess energy, you have like a feminine energy that's radiating from you and around you. It's like the feminine aspect of God is around you. So again, they're definitely purging you of any negative energies that have been caused by family or the past, because you finally been doing the work, and they're trying to reach you halfway. They're meeting you halfway as far as like your angels, your guides, the God source. And see how this person's stretching out for him? It's like you're about to fall, and then this God, so I'm just using this as an example. This is an example. It's not actually God, but this is like how I look at like God or the angels reaching out to you and helping you in your time of need right now, to get you away from vampiric energies, negative energies, devilish energies, whether you feel like these energies are coming from family members or people's projections or anything like that. Because they don't want you to feel out in the cold anymore, okay? And they're going to give you more people who will understand you, because this is like the damsel in distress. No matter if you're masculine or feminine, technically what I'm being told is that the divine definitely understands you, because right here, this is telling you to surrender to the divine, surrender to God's source. And so with this understanding, it's like the more you surrender, God already understands what you're going through and knows why it's happening, even more than you. And you will have a solution to whatever you're going through right now. You're being liberated from the past, right? They just keep telling me to tell you to continue to love yourself and know how magical you are. You've always been a magical, beautiful soul since you were a child. And don't let anybody, how can I say, make you feel threatened. Because I keep hearing you might have had challenges in your life where it felt like it was hard for you to be yourself. It made life feel like it was hard to survive in this life at times for you. But again, trust that with the servant card, the divine is nurturing you. Like, see, it says child nature. And even if you feel alone, they're telling me you're going to be fine. And they're also been building you strong. I'm seeing in your independence. They're trying to make you more independent, because maybe you were codependent with people at times. Or people might have been codependent on you. But you're learning to live a life, if you are alone, where it's okay to be by yourself, okay? So yeah, that's what I'm hearing. And side message, some of you guys are meant to be having a companion soon, because this is behind there. So if you want a companion, that will happen. So again, the good thing about you guys, you're ending cycles, new phases are coming in. You're gonna have much to celebrate. Better people to network with. The Three of Pentacles here. Again, times of feeling defeated are over. They're moving the swords, the seven swords, out of the way. And if you are in hermit mode, this is going to provide you with a victory, because you in hermit mode allows the divine to speak to you, which is going to bring you more abundance with the Three of Cups, and they heal this broken heart. So if you've been going through any times of heartbreak, even now it's ending. Again, this was definitely a repeating cycle. I'm hearing some of you guys might have had this happen to you a lot of your life, where you might have had good friendships for 5 years, 2 years, and it just went away. You might have had lovers where you put it all in, whether for 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, and just dramatically went left, went the other way. You don't understand why, but that's ending. It's ending. All right, so if y'all like that, what was it, a power one, thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll move on. See you guys in the next one. All right, whoever picked the Nine of Swords, let's see if you guys are ending any karmic cycles, or are y'all about to repeat a karmic cycle again, or what's going on with you guys? Pile two. Oh wow. Okay. So you guys are leveling up. You guys are kind of like the first pile. Y'all are moving forward. Y'all are very intuitive with this High Priest card and the Chariot. This is you guys. You guys are looked at as unstoppable. Coming to more balance with this Two of Cups, maybe even drawing love, but I feel like when I'm looking at Two of Cups, it's you more balanced, you know, yin and yang. I'm hearing that you're ending a cycle of feeling off balance, probably within yourself. Maybe you have a lot of wandering thoughts. Maybe you self-doubt yourself. Maybe you had people trying to bring you down. You noticed you kept like drawing people in. They're like vindictive or negative, maybe slightly narcissistic, or just low vibrational. Because you've tuned in so much with your spirit and you're connecting with the God source, this is allowing your angels. Because I see this card, it's like your angels coming down, moving things out your life really quickly. Maybe you had times of feeling defeated. I'm hearing like maybe backstabbing people around you. Also, again, I keep hearing you had times to struggle with doubting yourself. So I keep hearing like you had a lot of times you doubted your own instinct, you doubted your own intuition. Maybe since childhood, like you kind of felt stuff off people, but you didn't know. But because you didn't want to prejudge them, you gave them the benefit of the doubt. But sometimes you gave the benefit of the doubt to the wrong people, and you allowed them to do things for too long that wasn't the best towards you. Whether you stayed in a relationship too long, stayed in friendship too long, and then you notice the signs, but you just let it go. Like you might know that your spouse or your lover said some wrong words to you, but you notice that they're consistent with always talking negative to you, but you accepted it because you're hoping that they're changed. But your spirit told you within you that they're not going to change, but you ignored it. And you might have stayed in a relationship 2, 3, 5 years that was bad for you, and it made you depressed, it made your vibration go low. And because you doubted your senses and your gift, your intuition, it almost made your gift dormant, almost non-existent, because you allowed yourself to receive another person's negativity who you were hoping to be better, which is controlling. You're trying to control the situation too much. So I'm hearing you might have had struggle with being codependent or being too controlling, or either just allowing people to be in your life too long. This wasn't the best. So just like how I stated that in the lover's way, you could have had a friend in your life that you allowed to stay in your life too long. You might have had family members. You might have like entertained family members too long. Meaning, like, of course you can't like get rid of, or how can I say, be too mean to family members, but you probably also learned to set boundaries. You know what it is? Because sometimes family members might be like, well, why don't you visit me? And then they might make you feel bad because you're busy at work, or you might know that you like your family member. For example, you might want to go to your mother house, right? But you don't really like the father. You might have a new father that she just married, and so your mother, for example, she can be 50, and you don't like the mother because she's kind of mean, so you don't visit your father, or you vice versa. Something with that dynamic where they made you feel bad for not showing up, and you will show up, and then when you go to the house, you feel all this energy, and you might not even like how they talk to you. Even if it's not a mother or father, it be a cousin, it can be anybody. So I'm just hearing that, again, whether it's love or family, you learn to set boundaries. You learn to trust your intuition, because I keep hearing you doubted yourself. Maybe even your family didn't have faith in you as far as when you were growing up, when you were going to school. Maybe they didn't think you were that smart, and then your grades started slacking. Or even if you did good in school, they just didn't trust you as far as like that you would go far, and then they never validated you. So you might have struggled with self-esteem issues, right? With people not validating you, and then that drew in your relationships where because your parents never gave you credit of what you did as a child, you end up drawing people who never gave you credit on how good of a woman or a man you were, whether you were a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. They never give you credit, and it's not that you should be looking for a validation, but it all stems possibly from childhood and maybe past lives, but it just stems from that, and it kept repeating where you're just drawing people who are not reciprocating the same energy you're giving out, which is love, making you feel defeated. Okay. Again, so just noticing the signs, be aware. So again, if you feel like that's more from a family member that hasn't treated you well, take it as that. If you notice it with your friends, then take it as that. If you notice it just with like people at work, take it as that as well. Maybe you're a hard worker and you're never getting credit, but you're starting to notice that's how it was in school, where you're working hard and your teachers or certain people weren't doing you well. They weren't really respecting you, right? It stems from that. It's like trauma. So you're healing this. This is a good thing because you're meant for an abundant life with the Ace of Pentacles in the bottom. Definitely no more times of feeling out of the cold. I'm here. Some of you guys might have felt neglected and made you very, it was very hard on your emotions, very wounded, right? But I'm also being told that this turned you into a wounded healer. Like you guys, if you chose to, you can heal people because of what you went through. But you're definitely ending the cycle, guys. Definitely. You're learning again to trust your intuition. Because you're trusting your intuition, more clarity is going to be brought to you about your life as a whole. You're going to be coming in as very intuitive, like the King of Cups. Again, they keep telling me to look at the Emperor. So, not the Empress, but the High Priestess. So, whether you're masculine or feminine, you're going to be coming to a time of heightened intuition, all because you trust yourself. Your heart is going to be healing even more. You're going to have even more stability in your emotions and in your reality, where you're going to draw better people. It's also because you're closing out cycles with negative people, whether it be from family, friends, co-workers, or however the case may be, or maybe even your own self-sabotage yourself. Your self-esteem is going to be raising. So if you are feeling low self-esteem, or low self-worth, low value right now, that is going to shift, because this divine still sees that you have a little bit of heart in your love. You're not breaking. Even though you had times almost breaking, you didn't break completely down. Okay. They are telling me that you might have felt like this road was long with the Knight of Pentacles. It took a long time to get to where you are. Or even right now, you might be feeling oppressed, because this isn't a reverse, but it's oppression. It says Lord of Oppression. If you are feeling oppressed in any way, that's moving. If you're feeling the types of stagnation, that's moving, because the Hangman came in reverse. When the Three of Pentacles, the divine is definitely working for you and to help you to be more proactive and to guide you forward as the Emperor. So again, I keep hearing again, you're leaving situations that were, how can I say, draining, affected your self-esteem and self-worth, people devaluing you. Again, people not reciprocating the same energy. And you're going to have times where people aren't going to validate you now. Not that you should look for, but they're going to naturally, genuinely see your worth. All right, whether it be in the love department or money or anywhere or family. So put that where it needs to be. If you know that you haven't been feeling worthy in love or work or whatever, put it where it needs to be. Use your mind, right? But that's what I'm hearing. So this is really good, guys. You've healed a lot. You've learned to be independent too. Out of this whole thing, you've learned to come into a greater awareness and be more independent than you were ever before. Okay, and then I'm not saying that you weren't codependent, but independent meaning like you're trusting your intuition. You trust yourself. You don't need outside validation. You don't need anything. You don't need anybody. But it doesn't mean you are a person where you don't want to allow friendships or love in your life for some of you guys, but you just know you can stand on your own. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say. Because I'm hearing some of you guys might have been like how can I say, so invested to, how can I say, make others proud, especially your family, like showing them who you are, and not for them to like, how can I say, give you some type of acknowledgement or a trophy or acknowledgement or something like that. It's more about at least saying, hey, great job. Some people didn't give you credit. I keep hearing something about credit, whether it be work or love. You could have been cooking for your spouse or your boyfriend every day, and they might say thank you one time, but you still, for some reason, they feel like their heart was with you. It's like I just keep hearing like lack of love, lack of intimacy, lack of just connections with people. And then again, you felt that they are wrong, you stayed in it. Like sometimes you just stayed in it in high hopes. Maybe your religion or your belief system was like making you feel like I should stay in it. Maybe God will change this person, but they never changed. And then all you did was end up hurt, and then they live your life. They left you later on, and especially if it was a lover, to somebody better, and now you're seeing that they're happy. And that's because they put themselves first. So you also probably a person who had to learn to put themselves first and trust the divine. You're definitely extremely connected to the God source. But yeah, that's what I'm hearing, yo. You're leaving situations like what I just stated behind. Let go, forgive, and you're moving forward. And if you are going through any situation like that, I am seeing that things are going to change for the better for you. My main message for you is to trust your intuition. Even when other people doubt you, trust your intuition. That's what I'm being told. You don't need all that validation. Keep going. You're being rescued. Again, justice is being brought to you. Right here. Again, if anybody's done you wrong, that was unjust, you're getting rescued. You're being supported by the divine. They're telling me to tell you that this information is coming to you, because this scribe is like information and knowledge. Side message, if you are wanting some type of intimacy or relationship that is coming, you're definitely in a divine union with the divine source, because it's like the God card here, and they're trying to show you these truths. So you're going to start seeing signs, guys, in reality. You're transcending through all negativity that's been happening to your life. It's time for you to transcend to a higher state of being as a human. And that energy is going to be felt throughout the earth, or wherever you are and around the world, I should say, whether you're a city, whatever. They're bringing they're bringing your innocence back. Remember I was talking about the wounded healer, whatever? Look, child wounds. A lot of this came from child wounds. Behind that is the advocate card. So like the divines definitely help you bring this new beginning, the full card. And you have a lot of benevolent beings, spirit in the spirit world guiding you, right? This king card, because you're looking like the child, right? The divine child, right? And remember I said bring back your innocence. It says innocence and purity, redemption, right? So right there, and it says suggest this a special connection with the divine. That's what I told you guys. This is you guys. No matter, even though you may be adults, we're all adults, of course, but the divine still sees an innocence about you, like it's childlike innocence, and people took advantage of this. Okay, so that's going to be ending. But even though I'm being told it's being ending, one of your tests though, even though it's ending and you're moving out of phases like this, right, with people, you need to stay in your convictions, to stay in your truth, that you know yourself, okay, and you trust your intuition. Continue to trust your intuition. So when I'm hearing this new phase, you're gonna have greater people, right? But I am hearing though, every once in a while, I'm hearing at least 2 or 3 more times in your life, the divine, they might use your family, maybe a possible lover if you're looking for one, or somebody at your work that might say something to you that's gonna like be like they don't trust you. So like you might be a hard worker and you might try to teach somebody how to do a job at your career, and they might doubt you because they don't feel like you have the knowledge, but you know you have the knowledge. So don't let that person make you feel like you don't know what you're talking about or things like that. You might be with a lover and you know they're wrong, right? And you say something, but they might feel like you don't have good instincts about them. You don't have good knowledge. You don't have good intuition. Don't let them do that. Same thing with family, right? Because as soon as that doubt goes in your head, as far as like how you believe, if you feel like you're right about the situation, it's gonna make your intuition dormant again, and it's gonna make you come into this depressed state. Like, what happened? I had it all together, right? So it's like it's a test. The only reason they're gonna throw those tests to you, even though you have better people coming, is just to make sure you stay on your path and don't let anybody devalue you, right? Don't let anybody make you feel like you're not smart or not intuitive, right? This makes sense? That way the cycle don't repeat, because right now the cycle won't repeat, but I do feel when I'm here there might be 1 or 2 more tests, maybe 3 at the max, that you'll go through depending on where you are in life, whether it be love, family, friends, co-worker. And as soon as that the divine sees you still standing your ground, it's definitely going to be gone, right? And that's why I keep hearing within the next 6 to 12 months, or for the max 1.5 years, you might see this happen 1 or 2 more times. But nonetheless, I still see more peace, way more peace. Again, because even in those situations, if those were to come up, it's not like it's going to affect your whole life, right? It just makes sense, because you're going to be that discerning that you're not going to let them break you right away from your path. But again, the divine's proud of you, and this is a pretty good reading from what I'm hearing. You're going to be good, guys. So I applaud you guys. So if y'all like the video, was it pile 2, thumbs up, subscribe. All right. So now pile 3, whoever chose the magician card. All right, let's see what the divine has to tell you. What cycles you're breaking. Oh wow. Okay. So I'm hearing the road might have been long for you guys. With this Knight of Pentacles, it's like, you know, this horse doesn't move, right? I'm hearing like some of you guys might have been too focused on the present, or I would say rather the past, what has happened to you with the Three of Cups, and you're not seeing the blessings that the divine is coming to you, you guys are definitely leaving a cycle. With the Six of Swords, y'all are transitioning. Y'all going to be going to the King of Pentacles state. More balanced, more abundant. The divine is trying to give you clarity with the Page of Swords. They're definitely on guard about you. And they also tell me to tell you to be aware. With this trumpet blowing, the Judgment card, they're trying to tell you to be aware of certain people around you. They're telling me to tell you to keep setting positive boundaries. You might have dealt with a lot of competitive people or combative people or argumentative people, whether it be from family, friends, coworkers. Put it where it needs to be in your life. Only you guys know your life, but that's gonna be ending. Some people might have tried to blind you as far as like manipulate you. They try to, trick you. So I'm saying some of you guys might have dealt with fake people putting on facades, things like that. Also, people not seeing the power that you have within inside of you. They didn't see your authenticity. Some people, I'm hearing some people didn't trust you because they thought maybe you were not being genuine. But what that was is them not being genuine. So they are projecting on you. So you might have felt like a lot of projection people. You're very empathic as well, possibly in love as well. You might have dealt with a lot of manipulation of love. But I'm hearing total clarity is coming to you. So what I'm hearing is you, overall, you're coming through as, again, King of Pentacles, the Magician card as well, very magical, and you meant to have abundance. They're trying to illuminate you to the truth, because when I'm hearing, some people are kind of like intimidated by you. You have a strong energy, it stems from a past life. So I'm hearing three different energies here. Some of you guys might have dealt with lovers that weren't the best, of course. Some of you guys, if you are into like spirituality, some people might have misjudged you, especially recently, for what you do. Maybe you guys tarot readers. Maybe you guys identify as witches or whatever y'all are. Some people just think y'all are dark, but y'all are not dark. They're not seeing who you are, because when I pulled this card, it was like this, right? But they don't see who you are, right? They don't see that you're giving. See how this person is giving to their child? They don't see you're giving and a loving person. They don't see that. So I'm being told you have dealt with like jealous people, and some people act like they're happy with you, but they're not, kind of like fake. Same thing with relationships, fake love, maybe fake family members putting on facades. Some people view you as better than them. Even though you don't see yourself as better than them, they kind of feel like you're better than them. Alright, so jealousy. So when I'm being told you had to learn how to trust yourself more on how to see these people coming. Because you also had to be this King of Cups, like very intuitive. You had to learn how to put endings to things, because this was in the verse, so you had to learn how to put endings to things and cycles of people. You had to come into this Queen of Swords and cut people off. So now I'm hearing you're not afraid to cut people off, and so because of this, you're bringing brought fortune, right? Sometimes I'm being told in your past you used to hold on too tight to people and things, or whether it be material, but definitely with people, keeping people in your life too long. Kind of similar to one of the other piles I did earlier, but nonetheless, because you learned how to clear people out and separate, you're going to be blessed with this Four of Wands energy, this wish from with the star, new beginning. Yeah, because, again, you're very intuitive. So I'm being told, again, you had a tendency of allowing things to play out too much in your life too long. Again, whether it be at work, family, friends, depending on your situation, only you know best. You let people stay in your situation too long. Like, again, maybe you let people in your business too much. I'm being told you let people in your business too much. You might have spoken too much. Maybe you like to talk too much and you told people too many things. So now you learn how to not tell too many people about your business. All right. You might have let people who had a lot of drama in their life come to you. You might have been a person who's always listening to other people's drama and gossip, and it drained you. So overall, it's like you learn how to like distance yourself, cut yourself off from people, right? And even if you're a loner, it's like you learn how to love yourself with this Lover's card here. You learn to stand your ground. Because I keep hearing people try to bring you down, but you always came out like the Chariot. It's like you draw like hidden enemies, guys, with the Page of Cups. So this seems more like networking. So I'm not, like, some of this could have been with family and friends, but I'm hearing just outside people. You dealt with a lot of people who see you as an empress, somebody who seems like they have it all together, even if you don't have it all together. And people want to bring you tower moments, and they want to put an end to you. Some people, from one person out there, if you've done magic, some people try to send spells or negative things to you. Some people are very deceiving because they're jealous of you, right? They might even send devil spirits towards you, devilish energies to you, but your angels always protect you. So that's one person out there. I just feel like for that magical side, I always get one person in my piles that have this magical energy around you. And even if you're a person who doesn't do rituals or anything like that, I just feel like certain people try to speak in your name. So if you're not into like magic like that, just you in general, you have power, and people get triggered about this. So people might have talked about you at work. People, friends, family might have talked about you. And when they talk about you, I hope you know when you talk negative on somebody, or even if you talk good, that's like a spell, right? So the divine is always protected, but it also makes you feel confused. When people speak on you, make you feel confused. Like, why are people, barking at me? Like, how are they doing this? It made your emotions down. It made you really in your emotions, as far as like it affected you, where you could have been depressed, crying, all that, because you don't understand why is this outside world, whether family, friends, coworkers, lovers, are making you feel like this. Why are they making you feel like this? Don't they see I'm a sensitive soul that's loving like the moon, but now they got me irritated? That's you. Again, it could have been family connections and friends, but again, long story short, the divine has seen how many burdens you went through. You're moving on strong. You learn how to be more discerning, and because of this, the divine is moving these burdens out the way. So see how he's carrying those wands? He's walking them away. He's pushing them out, allowing you to dream again. Because some of you guys might have lost your spark to dream again, as far as like what you deserve in your life. Because again, you're being shown as very creative and very talented, and again, side mess is very magical with the Queen of Wands. So right now, you're being brought clarity to stay strong at this current time. It's more harmonious times are coming in. If you are in hermit mode right now, by yourself, and you don't know where to go, as far as like being stuck, because behind the Hermit card was the Eight of Swords, just makes me feel like y'all are being brought divine wisdom, or either you're getting thoughts of what you need to do in this current situation, whatever you're going through right now, but you might feel stuck. But I'm being told, trust the divine is moving you forward to bring more harmony in your life. Because see how it's all balanced, you're bringing more harmony. And also, again, they're going to give you heightened discernment to know who your hidden enemies are. Because what I'm hearing, you have a past life. Like, this is a strong, like, out of everybody, I sense a little bit of family, but a lot of this is coming from past life. You have a lot of karmic past lives, all right? And it's because some of you guys might have did people negatively in the past life. And so even if you're a good person in this life, it's because the negativity was weeded off of you. Meaning, like, before you incarnated, right, when you're in the afterlife, you worked off certain karmas. So as far as like you were a spirit guide in some of your lives before you came into this human incarnation. So now you're in this human incarnation and you wonder why negative stuff is happening, other than, your family might be trauma, or your parents might be full of trauma and drama, or family or friends and stuff like that. A lot of this has come from past life because you weren't the best of persons to certain people in your past life. You might have stole stuff from people. You might have been manipulative to people, right? And so in the afterlife, you try to heal it as a spirit guide to help other people, but you have so much weight is carried here. So if you notice that there's people who are jealousy right now, competitive against you right now, and you don't know why, especially if you realize it's not coming from your family's not like that, your friends are not like that, but you notice you get manipulating people at work or just random people, it's past lives. It's hidden enemies, people you don't expect hating on you, right? And it's past life. But you're definitely healing this, because I'm being told that you're healing this because the more you stay connected to your intuition and trust, right? And just have faith that better's on the way, that something new is going to happen, like this Page of Wands, you're going to be able to move forward, and you're going to be moving past all these obstacles coming out as the Seven of Pentacles. The only thing they're telling me is don't get too caught up and sad about what has happened, maybe currently right now or in the past. Let go and know that there's two cups behind you guys, and they're coming to you quick. Again, possibly love, because definitely closing out a cycle. So what you don't see is the Two of Cups. I'm being told now, right now, the Two of Cups is behind this man is a new cycle coming in, a better cycle for better people, right? More abundant times, right? With this Ace of Pentacles. And when I see Pentacles, I'm thinking Earth. So definitely better times on Earth where people will actually support you and they will recognize who you are, right? Your work has been seen by the divine. And some of you guys, again, if you are wanting love, love will come. But I'm just here, you're going to be feeling more emotionally connected to your heart space and more emotionally connected with people. Some of you guys might be guided to go on a retreat or meet like-minded people if you guys like to socialize, or the ones like to socialize. But yeah, man, I'm just seeing happiness with this Page of Pentacles, more passion. Some of you guys, because of things you went through in your life, you might have went through a lot of times of anxiety. So if you dealt with a lot of anxiety, that was karmic, okay? That was karmic. So that's gonna pretty much be leaving, right? Because I'm seeing this moon, you're gonna be moving out of that, because behind this was the Eight of Cups. You're gonna be moving forward, feeling more grounded. I'm being told to connect with nature though, and ground yourself. Because through nature, you're gonna see signs of inspiration, whether it be animals or your angels talking to you subconsciously. They just want you to relax more. And again, they tell me times out in the cold with people, or just your life as a whole, even if it's with money, feeling lack, are gonna be over, because you're coming into your power as the Emperor. heartbreak is ending because that's in reverse. So they tell me to be optimistic. Some of you guys might start seeing these changes within at the earliest 3 months, but definitely 3 months, between 3 months and 3 years. Watch how your life changes, guys. So you definitely close out a cycle, guys. You don't have to worry about a lot of that stuff. But I will say from time to time you might draw envious or negative people or competitive people, but they're hidden though. It's like you kind of know, but you don't know. So that's when your intuition needs to come in, okay? You have like trickster people, right? And side message, if you are a person who's spiritual and you do what I do online, you might be having people who are even your followers who might be hating. They might be trying to send spells to your spirit. So if you feel off energy when you're sleeping, it's because you might have followers from my people out there who are YouTubers. Even if you don't do what I do, you can be a mentor, right? You can do something else online. That doesn't mean haters can't see you negativity. Does that make sense? And right now you're being alchemized, you're being transforming. You're transforming to too much to recognize you. They're transforming you to trust your own truths, to trust your own wisdom, to continue to seek what's right for you, right? And also to recognize the beauty in you because you're going through a glow up, right? And the divine with the damsels in the stress card, it says understanding. The divine is definitely understanding every aspect of you. They already know, and you don't need to worry. You're being shown overall by the divine as a warrior. A warrior is very creative, very loving, strong, right? And they just tell me to tell you to keep going forward, guys. You have nothing to worry about. Side message, some of you guys are meant to teach. But one thing I will say, because the addiction card is is in the reverse, you're breaking the free from the past. So that, again, addictions can be anything too, whether it be food, alcohol, or just you allowing toxic people in your life. It's not that you're addicted to that, but you have a habitual habit of not realizing that you're allowing people in your life too long because you're too nice. So you might be breaking the addiction of being too nice and finally putting your foot down to pretty much notice the tricksters around you so you can leave them. All right. So that's what I'm here with you guys. Is it Power 3? If you like the video, thumbs up, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. All right. Now, last but not least, the set boundaries card. Whoever picked the set boundaries card, let's see what the divine has to tell you guys. Set boundaries. Let's see. All right. Okay, what I'm being told right now, you guys need to continue to self-love yourself. I know you probably heard this a lot on so many times in your life. Continue to self-love yourself. Even if you feel like you are, continue to do that. Especially when it comes to areas of the heart, because behind that was the Two of Cups. You might be in a relationship right now when you feel like you're not as loved, or you might have been in relationships with people that you didn't feel like they loved you. That's because you might have had a time where you didn't love yourself as much. So let me explain how that means. You love yourself, but you might give people too much love. So what I mean by that is you might show other people love that are not you, even if it's children, more than you show yourself. So you might cook for yourself. Yes, you might take yourself out to eat. You might even pray over yourself. But when it comes to other people, you'll do the same thing you do for yourself to them, but doubled. And you don't realize it. That's what that means. This makes sense? That's what that means. So it doesn't mean you didn't love yourself. It's just that you're putting too much emphasis on other people who are not reciprocating, right? And they drain you, right? And then you start questioning, am I loved? You start doubting everything. Well, I'm doing this. Why is this not happening to me? Right? It's not that you want them to validate you, but you're not seeing it reciprocated, whether it be lovers, family, or friends. So you need to continue to self-love yourself. It's like you're under a state of illusion. It's like you're delusional. Like you didn't see this. You could be not seeing this now, or definitely in your past couple years, whatnot. It's probably always a repeating cycle in love or friendships or family where you always put more in, and then you were like in this state of delusion, not realizing you had a self-love issue, self-value issue. I'm being told some miracles are going to be happening to your life to expand you, to move you out of this time of feeling lack. This definitely is past life. This past life here. I'm being told out of all the powers you've had a lot of karmic relationships, whether it be family, friends, you don't even realize it because you're under a state of a delusion. In this life, you were put under a veil of like where you're not supposed to see it all. Like some people, they know the signs, but it might take you a long time to know the signs of people who are not the best for you. And even when the thing about it is though, you're so blinded that even when you notice the signs, because you're so nice, you stayed in it and you didn't have the courage to move forward. So I'm being told you need to set boundaries. You need to keep doing this, because I'm hearing if you don't, there's a chance that you might repeat a cycle. You're the only power that looks like they might repeat a cycle with people. And not just love, just in general, if you don't set the proper boundaries with people, even at work. You're meant to achieve a lot, okay? Now, even when I'm saying repeating a cycle, it doesn't mean you're going to repeat a cycle for the next 20 or 30 years, but you might highly possibly make another cycle for the next 3 years of your life. And it might not change for 3 years. Come here and you need to change this energy between now and the next 3 years, right? Because because right now you're about to go into a repeating cycle. You might not understand everything about your life because you're your past life has put you into delusion, like meaning like you might always be loving yourself and all that, but again it's like you're almost like not really knowing what love is, and then because like you have a certain ideology about what love should be, and you're also affected by people who don't know how to love properly, and it leaves you unbalanced because you haven't really met somebody with real love for some of you guys, right? Or even if it's not love, you might not have actually had a genuine friendship or genuine connection with people, or genuine connection with your spirit guides, whatever you feel is genuine, because you didn't understand yourself. You might have had struggles on trying to figure out what you like in life with a career, or just who you were spiritually. It's mainly because like past life. That's all I keep hearing is past life. Yeah. Because I'm hearing like you had a lack mindset in the past life. You had a lack mindset in the past life. You are very afraid. You are afraid of what you could have. You're afraid to go too far. Like, for example, like, you might have been, I'm hearing some of you guys were great artists, or you were just great at whatever job you did in your past life, whether it be carpenters or writers. But then, you could have achieved more fame, but you just stopped yourself because you felt like, it's like you devalued yourself. You devalued yourself before you actually got to your actual ascent. Like you devalue yourself before you got to the top. And then some of you guys were afraid to be seen. You didn't have courage. You lacked courage in your last life. So I'm being also told as well, other than what I stated about love, some of you guys might not have the courage to realize what you're meant to really have in this life. Maybe you always stopped yourself before you got too far. Maybe you don't want to be seen by certain people because you're afraid of being misunderstood. Come here, lovers, friends, and family might have misunderstood you. They overstepped their boundaries with you, right? And then you let them in your life too long. A lot of people didn't understand you. You might have felt like the black sheep alone. And even though you felt like you had courage, it's like you always stopped yourself, or if you didn't stop yourself, for some of my viewers out there, you had other people trying to block your shine. They try to block your light. You would draw people to you to stop you because they see the potential in you before you saw the potential in yourself. And they try to stop you. And it messed up your peace of mind. It just messed you up. So right now you might be coming to a better understanding of yourself. And if so, that's good on you. If you know yourself and you feel abundant inside. But the one caution I'm being told to tell you is, if you do feel abundant for yourself and you feel like you're okay, continue to stand in that, because if you don't, you can end up in a repeating cycle. Right? You definitely can. But nonetheless, though, regardless, even if you were to repeat the cycle, always know this, guys. It's not the end of the road. The angels are helping you, supporting you. It's just a lesson. It's not the end all be all. Does this make sense? Right? Because they're trying to put you into this masculine energy, be proactive and trust your personal power. Trust that you're worth everything you deserve. And it's like you're worth everything. Whatever you want, you'll get it. You're being guided to keep following suit. And some of you guys, because I'm hearing there's like 10% of you guys that are going to leave this cycle. And y'all going to be resurrected. So overall, I feel like there's a high chance, like I'm hearing like 85% chance some of you guys might repeat the cycle if y'all don't continue to do what you're doing right now. And if you're not doing anything right now, you need to put more effort in yourself to change. And don't let other people come into your energy. It's not the best. Because 10% of you guys, 10%, because 10% of you guys, I'm hearing again, will shift out of this energy, for sure. But there's a greater chance, a probability, almost like 85 to 90% chance that you guys might go into this negative energy. It's only because it's past life. It's like if you're trying to look for a family or a friend, they did this, yeah. And again, also, it doesn't excuse people doing wrong. Let me make that clear. It doesn't excuse if somebody's manipulated you. It doesn't excuse if somebody's done you wrong, okay? But a lot of times you have to take accountability that maybe you let these people in your life too long. Maybe I stayed in this relationship too long. Even though it's my mom, my dad, maybe I entertained too many of their conversations that's not the best. Maybe they talk to me in such a negative way. Maybe I need to set boundaries and distance between the phone calls so they'll actually understand and get the point. And maybe that'll like indirectly inspire them to like stop being so mean to me, right? Or even family or friends. Or take it how it may be. You know your life better than me. But nonetheless, no matter what, again, I feel like, Again, 10%, 20% of you guys, 20% max, y'all gonna be leaving the phase. But they're just telling me, because I'm not trying to claim this on you guys, there's a possibility y'all go into a new cycle if y'all don't have if y'all don't build up the courage or continue to stay in a courage mindset and heart space to move forward and be optimistic. Some of you guys don't trust enough. Some of you guys doubt things. And so you need to like keep going, because the divine wants to resurrect you out of this. All right. Again. So I am being told the good thing though, now that I stated this, if you notice any of these signs going on with you, if you change now, all you guys is watching me right now on this pile right here will come out of this phase. That's what they want me to end this on. If you trust the wisdom that's being told and the knowledge, you can innovate and create something better for yourself and keep an open heart, because again, this cycle is going to close because you have a sacred purpose. Again, I'm hearing some of you guys have tender hearts. You guys are healers. You guys are very clairvoyant. Y'all just need to trust more. And with the Isis card here, y'all going through a rebirth moment. So I'm hearing the more you recognize this, because the rebirth card came out twice, you'll get farther than where you are right now, this current moment. And then tell you your prayers have been heard, right? And the guides are communicating with you that power you have the power within you to get over any difficulty, and they're right beside you. So one of your lessons too is like continue to trust more and don't doubt. No matter how long things take to change in your life, you need to trust more. Anything else? Okay. Yeah, they told me to tell you to trust more and recognize the warrior within. No matter if you're masculine or feminine, you have like a warrior heart. You're very brave, but you need to recognize it. Some of you guys have been feeling like a victim or been victimized. Again, whether it be through people's words or actual action, right? But again, they tell me to trust that you are the intuitive one, you are the high priestess. And they're telling me nobody's going to steal your heart again as long as you recognize the sign, because again, the divine can protect you. But you also got to meet them halfway as far as like trust your intuition, trust your heart when you know that something's off with somebody. Like let them go, right? That way it keeps you from being hurt. But nonetheless, your angels are protecting you. They're like a servant to you, protect you and trying to keep you from feeling like a victim, because you're not a victim. But if you have been a victim, they're trying to heal that. If you have gospel right, they're trying to get you to notice the signs when people are talking about you. And they're also telling you to trust yourself. All right? Anything else before I end this? Again, they also trying to help you with if you do have any type of self-sabotaging thoughts, or if you have people around you that's self-sabotaging or for on themselves, because you might have people around you that are self-sabotaging, and then you might start having energy around you from these people that make you doubt. So if you're around people who doubt themselves, you might start doubting yourself. Does this make sense? And then again, you have a lot of trickster energies as far as like humans. They might not be the best, or people who don't understand you. But again, the divine is telling me to tell you, keep going forward, hold on to your vision, whatever your dream will manifest. They keep telling me that you need to trust. They keep telling me trust your power, right? And like with this detective card, they tell me you have heightened discernment. So when you know something's off, trust it, guys, trust it. And I'm gonna end it on a good note and go from there. All right, they tell me right now, again, you're transcending and God has your back. So you're definitely ascending. So again, I'm being told to take heed of what I said to you in this pile, especially if you resonate with it. For the most part, you guys can ascend, yes. But I am being told, though, if you don't trust, you will be repeating a cycle. So what I'm being told, if you're watching this video and it triggers you in any type of way, let it trigger you in a good way to do even more than what you're doing right now, right? As far as in a better way to know the signs, use discernment to alleviate these negative people from coming back, because you have like hidden negative energies from people that are projected to you, and they might not tell you that they might not like you or certain things that you do. Just keep going. That way that cycle don't repeat. All right. So with that being said, my name is Knight. If y'all like the video, thumbs up, subscribe, and blessed to be everybody. And just to let y'all know, I said at the beginning, I have a video on how to notice karmic cycles coming to you before they happen. So you might want to check it out. It was before this, but it's not a reading. It's just something like a teaching, right? So other than that, man, again, my name is Knight. Wish y'all the best everywhere. Blessed be.